What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Creative podcast. It's your boy Bobby. Got another guest edition. Lynn to the bottom left, and your boy Jeff, and myself, Adrian. All right, fellas. So how we doing, man? We doing good, feeling good?
Good, we're good.
All day.
All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and jump into some heat, man. It ain't even waste no time. Best NCAA team of all time. Jeff, I know you've been having something to say about it because you feel as if the Miami Hurricanes
all day.
2001 baby. Go ahead and run with it. I can tell you two want to run with it because.
Oh man, come on, man. Dog, 2001 Hurricanes. I mean, what I gotta say, bro? Like, you stacked from both sides. Line. I mean, how many NFL players they had? I mean, the only one that really made was Ken Dorsey. But the rest of these cats, man, we talking like the Ed Reeds, Clinton Portis. I mean.
We talking about legitimate. We talking about legitimate NFL players that was starters, or we just talking about ones that got drafted?
Starters, Pro Bowlers. UM had all that.
Hall of Famers.
Yeah, Hall of Famers.
Yeah, but I mean, again, man, and this is why I always run it back. You're talking about a completely different era where those individuals have established themselves to become Hall of Famers. So if you're saying 2001 and then we're trying to compare it to let's just use the 2018 Clemson Tigers. You're trying to tell me that you don't think the 2018 Clemson Tigers will give Miami Hurricanes a run for their money, let alone might even beat them?
No. Hell no, man.
Kill it. The top to bottom, that team was fully rostered, bro. You talking about Don Taylor, Avery, Jeremy Shockey.
And we're talking about Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne. We're talking about Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne. We're talking about Isaiah Thomas. We're talking about that whole defensive line that was drafted. We're talking about all the linebackers that was drafted. You're even talking about the two cornerbacks that got like this is the thing I don't understand with y'all saying it because you're old school and you come from an era of that era. So it seems legitimate. So it
Let me ask you something though. How many Pro Bowlers from that Clemson team you talking about?
I mean,
but they just starting. That's my team.
2018. What year was it?
Yeah, it's 2018.
Yeah, they just like rookies in the league.
I mean, you got Travis Etienne. He only been in the league for just what, 2 seasons, 2-3 seasons. Trevor Lawrence.
He ain't really played yet neither. So
he ain't really played. There you go. And then you got the defensive linemen, Wilkins, and all the rest of them. They only been in the league 2 more years. So
I mean, that's probably something we probably gotta maybe like a couple year or 2 from now. It's probably tough.
It's gonna be hard. Hell, let me ask you this question: Do you think that team, that 2001 Miami Hurricanes, can keep up with the 2019 LSU Tigers?
Oh, no question. No question.
That 2001.
You know the speed on that team. Go look at the film, bro. Trust me. That defense. Man,
that defense was predicated on the offensive style that was solely on run. It wasn't that in that era. It wasn't a pass-heavy offense era. You got to be serious. Like, you're trying to sit here and tell me that 2019 LSU Tigers that hung up average 48, damn near 50 points a game. And they did this on an Alabama team and a Georgia team that were both ranked in the top 5 of that season in that year. And a Clemson team. And an Ohio State team. You're saying that this 2000 LSU team couldn't hang up those type of points on that Miami Hurricane, that in that era where it was run heavy, the defensive linemen were big.
Oh, the Pels game wasn't no like simple game. You talking about Reggie Wayne and
I'm talking about athleticism in that era compared to athleticism in this era.
Okay. I mean, we're not talking like the 1950s or something though, dog.
No, but we're still talking about who was that linebacker that was very known at St. Louis, not St. Louis, on New Orleans Saints. What was that? He was a big time linebacker. John Villa. Do you think he could hang with the slot receivers in 2000 of the LSU roster?
Okay, you don't want to put him in that position, you know. I got you on that.
I'm just saying because in this day, overall, if we're talking about overall,
Taylor hit one of them boys, they going to the hospital, bro.
If they hit him, all
right.
And that's a big if.
Back then.
I'm just saying, that's a big if. That's it. They can keep up with them. In this day and age, it's all about matchup.
Unless we're in a cover coverage, or when do a linebacker actually cover any slot receivers? They either cover the tight end. They don't really necessarily cover a receiver. at all.
Yeah, no, buddy. All linebackers nowadays have to cover slot receivers. This because the linebackers are smaller now. Linebackers are lighter.
No, that's not.
Linebackers are okay. Go look at the average. Go look at the average linebacker in 2000 in the early 2000s onward to where we at now. Linebackers are not designed the same way because they have to transition to the way the football has changed. You're having more fast. Hell, you can't even touch a wide receiver off the line for 5 yards. After 5 yards, you can't touch no more.
Though.
But that's what I'm saying. So you have to be more limited. It's not like you're saying. Look, Ed Reed, I give you that. Ed Reed, he could hang with him.
But you gotta act like they're gonna make adjustments. They're gonna make adjustments. They're gonna play dime.
The difference in error is not too
but that's what I'm saying. You got
two making adjustments.
But a dime wasn't prevalent like that back then. You didn't see a whole bunch of 3-4 defenses in that era. Now you do. You see a bunch of 3-4 defense where you have a dime and a nickel. Hell, you got a money. You got jack linebackers out there. But you didn't see that in that era of 2001. I mean, that's the same era that also had the USC transitioning, the Texas Longhorns were transitioning. I mean, hell, if you look at, let me ask you this. Let's just use a smaller team. Let's just use the recent Georgia Bulldogs that just won a national championship when they were ranked 9th in the country in offense and number 1 in the defense, compared to the Miami Hurricanes that was ranked 4th. At that time was ranked 4th in the nation and 1st in defense. I mean, it'll work. You might want to change that picture. That's the one that got Buddy locked up.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
Oh, that's not it? Oh, okay.
No. That was a little bit later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was later.
But that's okay. So
you scroll down. This is where this is everybody right here on the roster right there.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, that UN team was special stuff, bro.
I give you that.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
I give you this. I give you Andre Johnson, Sean Taylor. I will even give you,
Vince Wilfork. You got Vernon Carey. You got you can go all day. Who the tight end was?
I'm talking. I give you the ones that can hang with this era.
Bro, there was nobody slow on that team, bro.
I'm not saying slow. I'm talking about you can't sit here and tell me that the players now compared to players then are nowhere near different.
I don't think it's that much of a drop-off.
It's not making a difference, though.
Okay, so
you're talking about a 20-year difference. That's all.
That's a huge difference, man. A 20 years difference is a complete difference. That is light years difference.
Okay, for an example, can you use that example in basketball? Let's say the dream team of early 2000s.
Read that.
I'm just saying.
That bold letter right there, Adrian.
Okay, 17 first rounds. Georgia had 15 first rounds. So we're with 2 off. Georgia had 15 first rounds, and then LSU in the year before, and the LSU Tigers, how many they had? They had 13.
What years they went and had 15 picks in first round?
Georgia, first round? Okay, I didn't read it all the way. I didn't read it. I just read Hey, what you doing? We need you to do some things. We need you to like, comment, subscribe, follow us, man. All right, let's get back to the show. 17 first rounds. Okay.
Yeah.
10 UM, man. We was like an NFL freaking pipeline, bro.
Okay, I mean...
And think about it. If Sean Taylor never died, bro, tell him where he'd be right now.
I agree. I give you that. Sean Taylor and Ed Reed, nasty. I give you that.
Look at the rest of the players on that. That's right there. All those guys are.
They're all nice, bro.
Okay, Wentz Wolford. I give you that.
Philip was tough. We didn't even mention him. Jeremy
Andre Johnson. You're not gonna give him that.
Mike Rumpf was good.
What happened to Andre Johnson? You're not gonna.
Man, you're sitting here telling me.
Whoa. Andre Johnson's not.
I gave Andre Johnson. I said Andre Johnson and Sean Taylor. Those were the first 2 I gave.
Right off the bat. McKinney, DJ Williams.
Okay. And they still played. And they still played in the era where it was run heavy. It's like we're sitting
here.
I'm
gonna Dorsey airing that thing too, though, man.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna Dorsey air that thing.
What team are you using, Adrian? I'm gonna pull your team up.
So let's just use Clemson Tigers, 2008. Hell, you can just use the LSU Tigers.
We got to pick one team. All
right, okay. Well, let's just do the Clemson Tigers.
All right, what year?
2018.
All right. We compare it.
Miami Hurricanes, by all means, is not my team. I like the Gators, but I can't deny the greatest.
Seen them boys, man. That
the
was
greatest
special.
team of all time.
That was special, bro.
The greatest team
Both
of all
sides.
time.
And coaching.
The greatest team of all time in that era. I am not knocking that.
Nah, man. I can tell you one of them Johnny come lately. He's one of these recent guys, man. I can see that.
Negative. No,
you watched that team back in the day? Did you see that team?
Yes, I know they were a good team, but I still, and I see, and I'm also looking at the games now, and I'm looking at how they're playing now. You can't compare them. You just can't compare those teams. You can't compare that team in that era.
I can see you talking about like the 80s or some shit, the 70s. You feel me?
It don't even matter. You still can't compare it.
I don't think that team
okay, that's just like saying here. So y'all saying that them boys in LSU couldn't take them hits from Ed Reed. Do you think them boys in the Miami Hurricane could take them hits from back in the 60s when they played with leather helmets?
Yeah, that's a whole different. Yeah, with the 60s.
Okay, my point exactly. It's a different era.
But I think for the early 2000s, it's not too far off to imagine a scenario where we have a really good game. I wish there was a computer simulation that we could really.
I mean, it still won't make no sense. You can't make a computer simulation and then compare it and smash it and be like, oh, here's a result. That doesn't make it won't work.
Yeah,
because you can run that thing 100 times and it'll go 60-40 whichever way you want to go. It just won't work.
I'm telling you, man.
What we got? This is the roster.
There's exceptions to every
rule.
Hey,
Bobby, do me a favor. Scroll up real quick. Scroll back up.
All the way back.
Yeah, scroll back up to the top. Now click on that more teams info.
Where's that at?
I mean, you can look at 40 times if you really into all this speed talk.
No, I ain't talking about. I'm just talking about overall stats. Yeah. Like this LSU team, because I looked at the Miami Hurricanes stats and this. I mean, that's on this Clemson Tigers team. Clemson was ranked 4th in the country with 44.3 points, and they were ranked 1st with 13 points. Miami was ranked 1st with 9.8, and then 3rd or 4th with 48 points. So you're sitting here telling me that these two right here aren't competitive?
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You honestly think this 2018 Clemson Tiger team can go against an NFL team?
This team? No.
This team right here. Okay, no. There was actually
hold on. Well, what NFL team?
NFL team, period. Because
what NFL team?
Jaguars.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say yes.
Yo, you want entertainment now? I see that.
I mean, that's just like when people was saying Alabama can just put the whole Alabama team for damn near 3-4 years straight. They were saying just put them in the NFL because they had nothing but NFL players. From 2011, 2012, they won it back to back.
Yeah.
So to my knowledge, though, I'm looking at this list. I'm looking at this roster. The only people that kind of stand out are Trevor Lawrence and Hunter Woodford and
T. Higgins.
Yeah, we got way better pro prospects for sure.
You got Trevor Lawrence, T. Higgins. You also had Justin Ross. You also had Amari Cooper. Justin, what's his name? Yeah, Justin Ross.
Yeah. I mean, he went undrafted.
Yeah, he went undrafted. The man had 2 injuries. I mean, what do you want to happen? It's kind of hard to get drafted when you got injuries. Dexter Lawrence. I mean, like
we talking about 4 or 5 players compared to like a damn near roster, bro.
And we're talking about look at who they beat. They beat Notre Dame is already
this is compared to the competition then. When who Miami had to face was a lot more competition than it is now.
What they beat a Nebraska team that got blown out by a Colorado team 62-37. Where's the competition? Miami beat a Nebraska team in the championship that got beat by a Colorado team. Nebraska went. Nebraska. What?
Do you have any other team that's comparable to the 2001? Because right now it's hard to even judge.
You can't compare it, man. It's 2 different eras. That's my point.
You're picking a team that's
I'm picking y'all picking the 2001 as
the 2018 Clemson Tigers is one of the greatest.
Okay, pull up the 2019 LSU team.
LSU team? All right.
Yeah. All right. We gonna just throw offense out there. You're trying to sit here and tell me them boys are gonna keep up with that 2019 LSU team?
Yeah.
I think so.
Any team.
I think so.
Especially
that UM team was nasty, bro.
Come on, bro. Yeah. That
team was nasty, dog. I'm telling you, bro. I remember it.
Look, hey. Y'all,
I ain't never seen nothing like that, bro.
My point exactly. Y'all looking at one era where I'm looking at multiple eras, and then I'm trying to weigh the options.
I'm just talking about talent, bro. Talent for talent. You don't got more talent, bro. Period.
Okay, talent for talent, but you still got You still got to keep up with them boys. Them boys was just putting points up on every single team. There was not one team that can hang with. I don't care if you had the number 1 defense in the country. You wasn't hanging with them boys. You just wasn't.
You gotta look at physicality too, bro. That's a factor.
Man, that's an if. Nobody won't ever.
But you just can't say everything gonna benefit them, though. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying nothing gonna benefit. No, I'm not saying anything gonna benefit. What I'm saying, I'm going with what y'all saying. Y'all saying that there's no team out here that can keep up with that Miami team, and I'm sitting here saying, "You sure? Are you positive?" Because if I remember,
I feel real good about. You can ask any of the legends in the NFL, bro. Trust me,
man. They gonna
pull anybody, bro.
That's because they grew up in that era. They're not gonna. They got binoculars on for one thing and one thing only. They seeing one era. They're not seeing multiple eras. You have to take multiple eras in consideration.
Let me ask you something though. Are you just saying this based on college, or you believe in this like for a lot of sports? Like, are you one of these guys that think most of this recent stuff is like the hot shit? That's what you think?
No, I believe that you can't compare eras with each other. That's just like the Jordan and LeBron take. Right. You just can't compare them.
Right.
It's two different eras. You can't sit here and say one is better than the other one because we won't ever know. You can't. I don't give a damn what computer system you have, unless somebody was in that time to really see it. You won't ever know. You can't sit here and say.
I agree with that.
I say this.
I agree with you with that because you got to think about it this way. Everything is tailor-made now where it allows you to actually score more as far as in the NBA aspect. Right. Because you think about it, you got the college defensive scheme in the actual NBA now where it used to be there back in the 90s. So, and it was a lot harder to score then versus now. So I definitely agree.
Okay, and that's the same thing with the Miami Hurricanes time. It was a lot harder to score in that era. It was a run heavy. It was your typical defense. 4 offensive linemen, 3 linebackers, and at the time they didn't have all these jacks, monies, and whatever. It was a simple right linebacker, middle linebacker, and left linebacker. Then you had your traditional cornerbacks and your 2 safeties, 1 free safety and 1 off safety. It was free. It was clear as day. You knew what you was playing. Only thing different was what you're going to play. Are you going to play a spy zone? Are you going to play a zone up? Are you going to play man? Are you going to play off man? You're going to play spy blitz? That's it. And then you knew your traditional as offense. You're going to have your traditional 5 offensive linemen. You're going to use your tight end as a block. He's going to run. He's going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cutback. He wasn't going to do no Travis Kelce shit. He wasn't going to do none of that. And you had your traditional ass wide receivers. And they weren't going to do none of these extremely off the wall routes.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think when it comes to this stuff, we just have to agree to disagree, man.
It's one of those. That's what I'm saying. You can't compare it.
Yeah, this ain't gonna go nowhere, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's a loss. That's what I'm saying. You can never compare 2 different eras and say, I give you Miami Hurricanes
17 first-round picks.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna compare, I think the only way you compare it is if you just look at the talent. So I would.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell. We already know who in that, bro.
Yes, but look at the time that they came into the league to compare to what the times everything else.
You keep going through different scenarios, bro. You got to give us what's prevalent that's right in front of you.
Well, that's
you got
easy
17 first-round picks, bro.
That's easy because it's in 2001. So yes, you got a body of work. You have a body
of 17 first-round picks.
No, but they got players in the NFL. That doesn't mean nothing.
How it doesn't mean nothing? It says a lot, bro.
That's a lot of proven talent, bro.
That was a once in a lifetime. You won't ever see it again. Just like it's just like you won't see it's a once in a lifetime LSU team. You won't see that shit again.
Bobby. Yeah. Can you go back to that
Clemson or
that topic you had where it had the Miami Hurricanes?
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of love for LSU though, man. I see that.
Nah, I'm a Georgia fan all goddamn.
Right here. Go back up.
Hard body.
That's what's up.
I just don't. You can't compare. You just can't compare.
Well, I wish we did have a time machine, boy. I would love to see it, man. I tell you.
This is in bold. Why the 2001 Miami Hurricanes are the greatest NCAA team ever. And this there you go right there, man. That's your proven fact right there. What, they didn't say nobody else. They didn't say, they're not saying Auburn from when Cam Newton played. They're not
Cam
talking
Newton
about
was
the
the
96
only
Gators.
player.
I'm just saying,
Cam
bro.
Newton
It's right
was the
here in front of
only
your
player
face.
that led that team. So you can't use
I'm just saying. I'm just talking in general, bro.
I like that Tebow team too. That UF team. I forgot what year that was. They were pretty tough.
Yeah, but they don't compare to this team, bro.
No, they don't count nowhere. I wouldn't compare them because it's just two different eras, man.
Bro,
I don't care.
Average 42.6 per game, bro. You ignoring that, bro.
But who doesn't average that this time?
Bro, all right, man.
That's one of those things until you see that line in your face, bro. It's easy to say this shit, but I'm telling you,
what I'm telling you, I'm just what I'm saying, and I'm
all right, bro.
I don't disagree that they were the greatest team of all time in that time. But to sit here and
Tyson said it best. Everybody got a plan until they get hit.
Yeah, but we won't never know.
Right.
But can we actually see that? Can we actually just make this in bold? The roster features 17 first-round picks.
Nobody touching that, bro.
Can we really?
Nobody touching that.
I'm just going by what I'm seeing in front of me. I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing, and I witnessed this. I seen it. I'm talking about really nobody couldn't be touched when that team was playing.
Real talk.
So I mean, what we discussing? I mean, those ain't that Clemson Tiger team lost in the championship when they won?
No, they whooped.
But they lost the next year, right?
Duh.
Okay, but so
how you gonna start Portis, McGahee?
Hey, you know who they lost to? Bro. You know who they lost to? They lost to LSU.
Okay. Man, I'm telling you, man. That thing is stacked. That's a stacked team right there, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
Philip Buchanan, I forgot about him.
I'm not really big on college football, but man,
look at the names, bro.
Impressive. It's impressive. It's very impressive.
It looks.
What we talking about here, man?
It looks real nice. Just garnish it on the Christmas tree.
Those are facts, bro.
It's real nice. Very nice in 2001. It's a once in a lifetime.
And let me ask you a question.
I'm telling you,
man. Be told, did you actually witness these boys play live?
I don't think you've seen them, bro. You couldn't have talking like that.
Couldn't have.
Man, look, man. I've seen the way they play, and I've watched a few games. I didn't see them all. No, 2001. You know I was doing in 2001. Where were you doing in 2001? Because I know what the hell I was doing, and the damn sure wasn't watching this. I wasn't watching Miami Hurricanes. I can promise you that.
How old were you in 2001?
It was on the TV screen.
Yeah, 2001. Man, I'm 35 years old, so do the math. I can't even think that far back.
2001 was 21 years ago, so you was like 12.
Oh, man, we ain't finna do all this, man.
Yeah, you're young. So I'm young. So what was I doing at the age of 12 and 13 years old? Bro, what was you doing, Bob or Jeff, at the 12?
First of all, wait. First of all, it's only a 2-year difference. So, I mean, damn near, you can still do the same thing. So, you can still be watching the same sports.
Again, I can promise you this. I wasn't glued to no TV watching no Miami Hurricanes.
But you
messed up there, man.
You the college the expert, bro. We got to.
But look, and trust me, and I've went back and I've looked at a lot of good teams. But I damn sure remember.
Well, you need to do some more research on this one, man. How about that?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah. Obviously, bro.
No, you know what I am. I'm always thinking outside the box. I'm looking at the fact that it's two different eras. I'm not comparing eras. I'm not weighing up eras. It's a once in a lifetime. Will we ever see that again? No.
Yeah. So
do they all have?
All right. So this goes back to the Jordan and LeBron thing, right? Just for a touch a little bit. They quick to make the whole assumption to go against Jordan and LeBron. But you can't really compare LeBron to Kobe.
Exactly. They be sleeping on Kobe, bro.
Well, see, that's my thing. I mean, I don't know why nobody even talks about Kobe from my understanding.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
When it comes to this whole debate about Jordan and LeBron, I think Jordan top echelon, bro. I don't think nobody can really just go there.
There's no question.
But again,
because he's 6-0.
6-0. It's not
even about 6-0. What he did in the league.
Clutch, one of the greatest defenders ever. Mid-range, he had a perfect game, bro. He had no flaws. LeBron got a ton of flaws.
So what about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
And he didn't select his own teams.
What about Kareem? Okay, look.
Whoa. I don't think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar will even be in the conversation if it wasn't a Magic going to the Lakers.
The whole Jordan thing is funny, but we'll get to it because let's just stick to stats. And
I mean, Kareem has his place. Kareem should be the lowest he should be is like 2 or 3. You know, Kareem's up there. Reset the bar.
I don't have him that high, man. I think
he got 6 chips, 6 MVPs. I mean, dog, like
I know, but his career was saved by Magic, though, man.
Magic did reboost the second half of his career, though. I agree with you on that, though.
Because before Magic came, he was non-relevant.
I mean, he got the chip with Milwaukee.
They were talking about him going out the league.
Yeah, that's true. But he won with Milwaukee, though. He proved himself.
Yeah, but that was years before. That was like damn near 5 or 6 years before.
Hey, what's the common thing? Hey, what's the common thing that you need in sports?
I mean, you need help, but dog, we talking about like all-stars.
It's usually unless you even boxing, you need a cut man. Yeah. Everybody needs somebody.
Well, come on, you know this is overboard, though. We talking about superstars now, bro. Like,
it's not like careers, and I mean, come on, man. Like everybody's gonna come in a certain point in time.
I'll tell you, man. Back then, you just need 2 all-stars. That was it. Nowadays, everybody want to join forces. Like that shit.
I argue with Jeff all the time about with Michael Jordan.
I've seen it.
You guys sleep on. You act like Scottie Pippen was just trash. He's a top 50 player.
He's a
top 50 player. No way.
Jordan raised Pippen. But when Pippen came in the league, he was a bench player for 3 years.
And you know that? Let's stick to the what's next. Go ahead. We'll get to that. We'll get to it. That's what's up.
Well, you know what? We definitely get to it. I guess this one is agree to disagree, which is fine with me.
You're sleeping on you, though, bro.
I ain't sleeping on him. I'm not.
I don't think you watched him like that. The way you talking.
Look, I told you. You know what I was doing at that age? Do you know what I was doing at that age?
I was playing with Power
Rangers. Playing with who?
Power Rangers or something, bro.
Dragon Ball Z?
Nah, that's definitely Jeff. That's definitely Jeff. That definitely ain't me.
Who's watching wrestling back then?
Oh, negative.
What?
Negative.
See, there you go.
You sleep. You didn't watch wrestling?
What am I watching for? You know, I did. I watched wrestling for like 2 years when I was young. Then when I realized it was fake, I said, "There's no point."
Bro, you need to chill out with this fake stuff, bro.
That was like the best.
I stopped watching wrestling when it was WWF, and I stopped watching it.
Yes, but it's not fake, bro.
Okay. So if you
write
okay, hold on. If you write a script for a movie, what is that? Is that movie fictional or is non-fictional?
It's fiction.
It's fictional.
Okay. So if you write a script for wrestling, what is it? Fictional or non-fictional?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but dog, I'm
just saying.
To the wrestlers that have spinal injuries, back injuries.
Wait a minute. You can do a script for a non-fiction. You can. They do autobiography. They do it all the time.
Okay, all right. Take that out the fact. Take it out the fact. Okay. And let's talk about Marvel. Is it real or is it fake? Is there a bunch of flying people on this planet right now? Do we got superheroes on this planet right now?
Yeah, we don't know, bro.
No, we actually do. He's number 12. He's in Tampa Bay. We do.
Oh, shut up, bro.
We do.
Shut up, bro.
We do.
Don't start
this. We do.
Oh God.
He just came back today, right? Everybody down the crowd is all going crazy.
Yeah, man. Whatever.
He came back today. Oh, he's coming back tomorrow.
Well, that's the easiest thing in the world to be a Tom Brady fan.
Tom Brady.
The easiest thing in the world, man.
Look at the shrine back there, all that stuff.
You gotta check out the rings, man. You want to show you the rings?
No, we ain't doing that, bro. We're not doing that.
They changed the rules for that dude, period, bro. That's why he playing so long.
No, that's kind of ghost stuff too to me, right? Just like LeBron changing the rules. That's ghost, man. Who does that? That's revolutionary ghost stuff. That's ghost stuff to me.
Oh, boy.
That's
you got no integrity, bro. You just take it how you live, huh?
Boy, Tom always be brought up in the conversation.